Ooh, overthinking. Man, this video is gonna hit close to home for me and probably a lot of you watching this. And if you stumbled upon this video, it's probably for a good reason. So I hope from the bottom of my heart that I am able to help you out in one way, shape, or form. Overthinking is probably one of the biggest things that I've uncovered that I struggle with. Some of the main things are perfection and overthinking. Perfection we talked about in the last video, and today we're going to talk about overthinking. The two things which I found kind of go hand in hand, which we're going to talk about. Now, before we dive into this, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Carson. I started this channel basically as a way to talk about the things I'm going through, the mistakes I'm making, in an effort to hopefully ensure that you don't make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself just a little bit faster. So, today, this feels so stupid to admit, but earlier today, I was trying to work on some lighting for our house. For those of you who don't know, I'm super big into the health stuff, so on and so forth, and sleep is a very important part of your health. For those of you who are not optimizing your sleep yet, please optimize it. Your life is going to change. But lighting and circadian rhythm is one of those things that makes a huge impact on your sleep. So I was trying to figure out some lighting for our house. That way at nighttime, once the sun goes down, we don't have to use these bright overhead lights, and we can use some dimmer, maybe red lights, to lessen the effect of lights on our circadian rhythm and continue melatonin production. Long story short, I was trying to find these different lights for our house. And for most people, I would assume it's a pretty easy process. You see something, you're like, oh, that might look good here, and they get it. For me, it is not that simple. For me, I think of things extremely in depth. I look at the different lengths of them, how much light will scatter, where I could position it, and all the different options of places I could position these different things before I purchase them. I try to make sure that each and everything I purchase has a place before I purchase it. And I know some people who just buy it and find a place for it afterwards. They're like, yeah, it'll fit somewhere. Not for me. It took me way longer than I'd like to admit to find these lights for only our upstairs. I've already done our downstairs. This is just for our upstairs. Way longer than I'd like to admit. Hours. And at a root, that is overthinking, but it is also perfection. I'm trying to make everything as perfect as possible because I fear that if I buy something and it's not right, then I'm gonna have to buy it again in the future. So I might as well just get it perfect the first time. So I sit there and overthink and overthink and overthink. And this happens for so many different areas of my life. And I know a lot of you can probably relate to this. But what I have to remind myself in those moments is that clarity does not come from thinking. Clarity comes from doing. Until you do something, you are never going to know for sure. It doesn't matter how much research I do on these lights. Something could still go wrong, something could still be out of place, and then all that time just feels wasted. And it sends me like into this spiral because it's like, well, I thought I did this, I thought I should have looked. Until you do something, you will never know. There's a lot of you right now who might want to get a new job, who might want to go talk to that person that you have interest in, who might want to put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form, but you're not quite sure how to do it. Please take it from me. Just do it. It doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect the first time, because chances are, no matter how much you think about it, it's not going to be perfect. It won't. When I'm filming videos for my main channel, I have the biggest perfectionism mindset, and I overthink every little detail. I overthink the camera angles. I overthink every little thing, thinking that it's making things better. But a lot of the time, we overthink to the point where we start going away from the person who we actually are and giving that personal touch on those different aspects. An example, let's say you are trying to relocate and get a new job. You go into that interview overthinking every little thing you're going to say. They ask you questions and you respond how you think they would like you to respond, even if it's not what you truly feel. Well, let's say you get the job, and years later, you start having things that you don't like about the job, things that you don't agree with anymore. But it's in line with the stuff that you were saying previously. It might feel like you were doing the great thing in getting that job. And this might not be the best example, it's just the first thing that came to my head. But now you are in a worse off position because you're not staying true to who you are because you were overthinking every little part of the process. You just need to be you. When you are you, stuff is going to work out how it's supposed to. When you're you, even if it's not perfect, you are going to be able to learn from that and be better for the next time without having to spend 3 hours thinking and 1 hour doing. You can just use those 4 hours doing and working with things as they come. In life, we're not meant to be perfect. We're not meant to make every decision right. Because quite frankly, the things that you learn the most in life are the times where you fail, the times that you mess up, the times that you don't do things right. If we did everything right every single time, we would not learn that much. And chances are, if that's the case, you're probably not pushing yourself as hard as you should be. Because if decisions are that easy for you, then you need to stretch your neck out there a little bit more and try harder stuff so that you can grow to your full potential. So, for all of you who watch this, who struggle with overthinking, just do it. I know you're probably scared of failure. I know you're probably scared of messing up, but that's okay. Every single person in life, no matter who you look at, no matter how perfect they look, they've messed up at least once. They've made a mistake. That makes us who we are. You will learn from those moments and be better for next time. The more you can fail and come back from it, the more you're going to grow. And the last thing I want to remind you is you've gotten through everything in life to get to where you are today, and it has made you who you are. All of those mess ups, all those failures from the past, it made you who you are today. Don't try to avoid every failure in the future, because that's going to change who you become, and you probably won't like that person. So, for those of you who also struggle with overthinking, trust me, I get it, but there is a way to overcome it. I'm still working on it. As you can tell, I'm not perfect, but there are ways to overcome it, and it's something I do each and every day. But I have a quiz down in the description of this video, something I wish I had when I started off. Essentially, it's going to help you break down the reason you're stuck and staying where you are now, and how to actually break free for good. So check out that link. The quiz literally takes like 1 or 2 minutes, super fast, completely free. So hopefully it helps you out. Check it out, and hopefully it gets you to that next step you're wanting to be at. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you for yet another video soon. Peace.